Today on EA Sports. It's week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in week 11 on EA Sports.
Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. And they'll begin by running the option.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that, and here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ballgame, and all that preparation, it goes right out the window. That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field, and he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Hurts going to take this himself.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. First carry for DeAndre Swift.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 13 carries, 58 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
And his throw here's incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Powering forward. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and the Lions will take over. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
They go play action with Hurts. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
He's picked off at his own 46. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, their early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Wilson. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 3 catches, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
And the competition gets a little bit tougher here because he's got to go against the #1 ranked defense in the NFL against the pass, the latest incarnation of the no-fly zone.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Azeez Ojulari in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
After the sack on first down, Hurts. That's complete. Okuro-Buda. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Hurts sets up to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A big play that time through the air. 38 yards. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Flushed out right. He'll find Swift out of the backfield. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson.
And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
And they'll run the option here with Hurts.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Gonna give this time to the tailback. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will take this all the way down to the Packers' 32-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the stream, the next 2 to 3 seconds to continue to move people.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts.
He finds his man, complete. That's Simmons. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game. Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
Flush to his right. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
But 1st down, Hurts. Packer pressure, and down he goes. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded at the 33. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
Escaping the pressure right. He lets this one back of the end zone.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now Wilson on first down. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point up and through. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space. And just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far.
They'll get that complete to Albert O.
The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hurts throw taken in by Chark.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And it was somewhat of a strange first half. He threw 3 interceptions, yet you look at the scoreboard, they've got the lead.
So you know what I think he did at the half? He stood up in front of the team, especially in front of the defense, and said, thank you. Appreciate what you've done. You guys have picked me up in a big way. And guess what? I'm going to get back to being who I am, which is pretty darn good. Let's go play the second half.
From the 25 on second down, Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On second down, Swift. This will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Kid had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. They'll run here with Swift, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've got to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Hurts. Over the middle, complete. It's Simmons. That'll give him 8 that time. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath. Gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
He finds his man, complete. It's Porter. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A short gain there of just 4. That'll bring up a 4th down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive.
And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. Touchdown, Packers. Jerry Jeudy, 85 yards. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point safely through. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Hurts. He finds his man, complete. That's Simmons. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
It's been a struggle all game for them on offense. This was a chance to maybe provide a little bit of a spark with a punt return. Unfortunately, that spark got doused.
And you call special teams the 3rd phase, but you see here it can be the 1st phase sometimes.
That is so true, right? It can ignite it one way or the other, and boy, that didn't help them at all. Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 67 yards on the ground for him so far. Throwing is Hurts. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
This guy does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. Here's Koo to kick it off. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Packers now to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now here's a throw that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught. Judy. And it's going to be another 1st down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 40.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And he's taken down inside the 30. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
They go play action now. Wilson. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. Jerry Jeudy with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year.
And the Packers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. That time a 6-play drive. And the result, a Green Bay score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle.
That's Porter. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Hurts. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Flushed, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Azeez Ojulari.
He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you had extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
The Lions on 3rd down, as bad as you can be. 0 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. It's complete to Williams. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Big stop on the turnover on downs to get the football back, and now it's just all about salting this one away.
Yeah, just slowly bleed the clock away. Clock's definitely on your side. And, you know, when we talk about analytics in the game, what is this one? The advanced win metrics? Because if you take care of the football here, bleed the clock down, with about 95% chance of winning.
Yeah, I'd say 95 or better. And I know you always say it, every coach does. It's just protecting the football at this point.
And knowing that the defensive guys, they're coming after the ball more than they are the person. They want to knock it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Jeudy.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers.
Jerry Jeudy.
62 yards.
And the Packers appear to be headed to a 9-1 start as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now a second down and 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. Then into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. And Detroit back in possession of the football. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
He finds his man complete. It's Porter. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
These two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7, and it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. And this is caught off the deflection. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the third down stop. They're going to look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Porter. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this one is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On 2nd and 10, Hurts. Going to throw right side here, complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Again, he'll drop to throw. The open man is Shark. It's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. DJ Chark, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
A try here for the extra point. Bangs it home. It makes it now 35-13 our score. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Here comes Hall. He's going to bring it out. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth.
Wilson wants to throw it. And he rifles one incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Here's Brown to throw on 3rd down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down. That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
But listen, when you've got the lead, there's absolutely no sense trying to fit a ball in where you shouldn't. You can see the coaching in his head taking place on that play, because he saw he had a receiver in the area. He just put it well over his head, out of harm's way.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Packers, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Detroit, add another loss to the pile as they drop to 2-8 now on the year. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.